Well, hello, everybody. And yes, it has been a minute. I have been missing in action, if you will. And I've gotten, well wishes from everybody, just asking, what's going on, where I am, what's happening with the podcast and everything. And I thank you all for the love. But what is happening? Well, let's go back. Let's say what happened, and then now what's happening now, right? So yes, we are coming back with more information and just more, I want to say, more solutions, right? So everybody knows I am a holistic trauma recovery coach, right? All things wellness, actually, right? And I stay in this wholeness space because I do believe with every ounce of me, every ounce that's within me, is that God put everything that we need in this earth for us to be able to recover and realign ourselves. And so what happened is that I had a bit of a relapse, not a bit of a relapse, um, when you are, this is going to be a little bit heart tugging for me because I am being very, very transparent in my own situation and what happened with me. Well, you all know that I was in a horrific car accident many years ago, and a car hydroplaned into my gas tank and knocked me up the side of the embankment and into a tree. And when I want to say about, 5 days after the accident, everything hurt. And I'm going to go into a little bit of detail just so you can get the gist of it. And then I have some really good, exciting stuff that's happening on the end of this. But I need to get this out so you all can know what's happening. And, I appreciate you all for the support. What happened is that after the accident, everything hurt. My eyes were knocked off balance. I suffered a closed head injury. I have a torn ligament on the right side of my neck, which causes excruciating headaches, trauma, trauma-induced carpal tunnel in both my hands and all three parts of my back, and my legs suffered with circulation issues. And I was threatened that if I didn't have bilateral knee replacement surgery, that I would be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. So, phew, take a break on that, right? All of those things happened from me being in a car accident. One day just driving along, and all of a sudden, I get hydroplaned into. So our lives can change just like that in the drop of a hat. Well, as I was going through my recovery, I jumped from real estate and went into naturopathic medicine because I did not like the way the medicine made me feel. I've always been terrified of the the side effects for medication, right? They say, you take the medicine, it's going to help your arm, but your ear is going to fall off, that kind of stuff. So I never liked that. It always scared me. And so I went and jumped into naturopathic medicine. And in naturopathic medicine, I actually found my passion. And as I found my passion, I was able to create a salve with over 30 different herbs in it that helps us with pain management, circulation. It helps us to bring blood to the surface, with the heat, and it just does all of these things for us. And, I'll have a list later on as we continue to go, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about what happened with that. And as you're going through, as I went through vestibular rehab, I went through occupational therapy, I went through physical therapy. I've gone through all of the therapies. I had the little dark glasses on for a while. I kept losing my balance as I was walking. If I walk, I couldn't judge the curb and everything. So I would have those kind of issues. And as I was still, going about my daily life, I said I was dating my doctors for a while. And I was dating my doctors as I was there every day. They actually put me to sleep, and they had to unball my body through it's called manipulation under anesthesia. So they put you to sleep, and then they move your body and tug on it and all of that. And that still wasn't a permanent fix for me. And I was declared permanently disabled. And I kept saying that this is not my destiny. My doctors kept saying, if you don't accept where you are, you're not going to get any better. But I kept saying that if I accept where I am, I won't get any better, because I always know that it is in a state of mind, right? Our bodies are able to repair, recover, and realign if we give it the right things. I mean, if we give it the proper nutrients, if we give it, the proper oxygen and the proper hydration. And, so I knew that those things was possible. And again, the herbs that God has put into the earth for us. So I knew it was possible, right? I knew I could recover, and I knew that my body could realign and reset itself. But I knew I needed to know more. So I went into my naturopathic studies and I found my passion, y'all. It's been an incredible journey thus far. But imagine going through that journey and having a tug against, rooting for what you believe and tugging against what's normal, what is the norm, I should say, for society. But I always had that deep inside of me, knowing that there was a better way. And then, whew, as we go through mentors and coaching, and we go through that, one of my coaches that I started coaching with or mentoring with almost a year ago, and about 8 days ago, and today is March the 1st. Wow. And it's beautiful. The sun is out and everything. But about 8 days ago, my coach brought me, and his name is Marcus Ogden, and I thank you. I thank you. Thank you. He brought me this wonderful patch because he saw in my, became one of my coaches in my quest to continue to fight through the pain and the resets, or I want to say what is it called when you relapse. I wanted to work through that because I got tired of that, going forward, relapsing back, going forward, relapsing back, because the pain got too hard for me to keep going. So even when I was going through some of my old podcasts, I still, was sitting in pain. I would use my salve, and the salve would help me to be able to move better, maneuver better, it helped me manage the pain, but the underlying issues were still there as I was working through herbs. And one other note with herbs, as you're working through them, it depends on how bad we've treated our body. If we haven't given it the proper nourishment, if we haven't given it what it needs, even proper hydration, then we do damage. And it takes time for herbs to get in there and work through that damage. Well, again, let's fast forward to, or back up 8 days ago, he introduced me to an amazing, incredible patch. I'm going to pull a couple things from my notes so that we can understand that better. But it's called a non-transdermal, and I'm still learning, so I'm learning as we go. It's called a non-transdermal patch technology. And what this does is it honors the light of life. Okay, it works based off of harnessing infrared light and tapping into your own body's natural reserve. It enhances and extends life. This creates a wellness connection between, and something I love, 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 a wellness connection between your mind, your body, and your spirit. When I tell you this hit like a ton of bricks, it hit home because I've been able to experience this in the last 8 days. First day, and they talk about it because you can't make guarantees, and it's also, I understood the holistic approach because it works on your own body's energy, right? And I always knew that I have high energy. I have a real spiritual connection, and even in that, when you get tossed and turned and beat up, you know, we're all human, and we're even more fragile than we think that we are. Well, 3 hours after I put the patch on, my energy shot through the roof. I mean, when I say shot through the roof, I was just like, I had so much energy and started moving around, doing things. And I said, oh my God, what is this? So, like I do, went to studying and learning, and there's case studies, and it talks, and I was wondering, why do I feel so good? I mean, not questioning it because I don't want it, but wow, when you have not slept in over it's been over 10 years that I have not gotten a good night's sleep, because when your body is hurting, I'm salving myself, I'm getting up, I'm drinking water, I'm stretching, I'm doing all of these things, and it's helping me to manage it. So get that word, it's helping me to manage. But it didn't just completely alleviate all of the issues and all of the damages that had been done to my body. But like I said, the first day I was in awe. It's like, what is this? The second day, I was like, oh my God, I still have good energy. I went to sleep and I slept through the night. I'm like, wait a minute, I slept through the night. And now the next day I woke up and I felt refreshed. I wasn't what is it? Wasn't like, I wasn't upset to get up. I wasn't like, And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get up. I'm still tired. I'm still hurting. I got up and I was like bouncing off the wall and ready to move and ready to go and ready to do things. And my mind was so clear and I could even see better. I just felt overall wellness, overall like my vigor and vitality had come back. And I said, my goodness, this is an answer to prayers. Because let me let you in on a little secret. One of my prayers was, and I don't know how many folks that'll be watching are over, over the 50-year mark. I was saying, oh my goodness, in my little secret prayer, I said, if I could feel like I felt in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, at my age now, with the wisdom and the knowledge and the experience that I have, I'd be a force to be reckoned with. Well, let me tell you, this is only day 8, and I keep hearing that it gets better and better as your body starts to adapt to recovering and rejuvenating, and as your cells start to rebuild and divide properly, and you, oh my goodness, I'm telling you, I'm going to journal this journey because I want you all to understand that if my light can pop back and I can be better than I was before, you can too. So that's why I'm announcing the Get Trauma Informed podcast. We'll be launching that on March the 26th. So we are going to talk about trauma, because what happens is when society is not trauma informed, when corporate's not trauma informed, when organizations are not trauma informed, when we ourselves are not aware of having trauma stored inside of us, then we re-traumatize not only ourselves, but we re-traumatize other people that we may fully intend on helping or working with, but because something triggers them or something causes them to act out of the norm, that's because they're protecting themselves, because they've been in some form of trauma, maybe childhood trauma going up. There's been some form of trauma. And if you have not, even when you have gone through therapy, and like me, I've been trained, I've been certified, I've been schooling, gathering knowledge. And that's why it's time for me to share what I've learned, and time for me to share my story with others, so that other people that are suffering, I call it suffering in silence. Other people that are suffering in silence can actually understand that, and it can be so grueling. And we'll get into those stories. We're going to bring not just the challenge and what it is in trauma, and not just that, but we are going to bring real solutions. This patch is one of the solutions. I promise you, it's one of the solutions. I'm experiencing it. There are hundreds of testimonies of other people that are experiencing having clear thought, helping you with feeling sad and feeling depressed, with helping you to get your vigor back. And you know what? That is priceless. When you can really, really get yourself back, is priceless. So with this podcast, I am announcing that we are going to launch Get Trauma Informed, and we will be posting it here, and we'll be posting it all over, because we're going to be, this time we're coming out right. Again, thank you to my mentor and coach, Mr. Marcus Ogden, for helping me to understand what I didn't do all that right when I first launched. But just getting out there and doing it was great. But this time we're going to launch Get Trauma Informed, and we're going to do it in the right vein and make sure that we bring the value, not that we didn't before, but we're going to do it in a different format. We're going to get it out there on all the podcasting platforms, and it's going to be super amazing. So again, just wanted to let you know that. And you can also help me, because I'm going to be posting different thumbnails. So all up until, launch day, until we get everything all together, I want you all to help me and vote on which thumbnail you think has the most impact, and the thumbnail that's going to do what it needs to do. And that's help more people, because that is my honest heart. When you've been through trauma and you've experienced all of the, just experienced life through a trauma lens, my God, you want to help other people when you find solutions, and real solutions, right? And also help our environment, help us to educate other people around us, so that we can all just live a better life. And like the technology says, we can honor the light of life, right? And live our best lives for real, sincere, authentic, genuine, all of those amazing, amazing words. So get ready, get ready, get ready, because the ride has just begun. And just an update, I'm doing so much better. This patch has really helped me to pull myself back out and to get out here and to be um, just to be really, really, I want to say authentic with what my journey has been, and also what my journey to wellness is has become and is becoming. This is only day 8, y'all. What? No, no, no. I'm sorry. Nope, it's day 9. This is day 9. So anyhow, not going to keep you any longer, but get ready, get ready, get ready, because Get Trauma Informed is on its way. All righty, you all enjoy the beautiful sun out today. We're going into an amazing season, and reach out to me if you want to understand more about the about the patch and how you can get started as well. So, I guess that's all for now. I want to say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. Y'all stay fearless, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.